Alright, test one. So of course I know that you don't know me from Adam, as the saying goes. So I always feel that by way of introduction, or at least if you're going to start something where you're going to ask people to support you, you should tell them a little bit about yourself. And having interviewed people in the past, I always find if you really were trying to get somebody to know someone in a short amount of time, that the best way would be to simply ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? Because I think you learn a lot about someone. Now, professionally, I am of course a college graduate in political science and economics, been an entrepreneur, held more jobs than I care to mention, but I've sold things door to door, I've worked in offices, I've worked in management, I've had my own startups, but needless to say I'm not doing any of those now, so I'm kind of between things. But primarily I love a challenge, and I love thinking about things, and I love solving problems, and I'm always looking for new problems and new opportunities. But sometimes I get to thinking, and I come up with ideas, and this I think is one of my best. Now, I do realize that it will kind of run up against some of the limits that you've established that you want your site to do, and some things that you do not want your site to do. All I ask is that you keep an open mind and understand that this will seem very different initially, and then it'll seem kind of, normal, and then it'll seem very different again. But just imagine if someone came up to you with the idea of selling insurance, and no one had ever thought of selling insurance before. Well, what's the first thing you would tell them to do? You'd tell them to get a large pile of money together, because even if they get a lot of paying customers immediately, they have to be able to pay out a claim on day one. But are they really selling a product? Is it a service? How does this thing exist? Is it a regulated thing? Is it not a regulated thing? And I think that there's a lot of room for how exactly this would be set up. And I want you to just to bear that in mind. And thank you again for your time.